So hi guys, today I've got James with me. He's a member of ABC Fitness. I've actually had a couple of workouts with this man, and I know that he puts himself through his paces more times than not. He is a happy husband and a proud father, and also in lockdown. So more importantly, James, how are we doing today, mate?
Tired.
Tired, yeah.
And another late one.
Yeah, is that kid orientated or you and the missus
No,
late or?
it's not having anything to work to get up for, mate. To be honest, it's
Yeah.
like your time clock, your body clock drifts out.
Yeah,
You end up waking up later, going to bed later.
yeah.
It's not not great, but we're just sort of like we go you stay up a little bit later when the kid goes to bed. That's when you can put on all your films that you can watch. The ones that the kids aren't allowed to watch, that sort of thing. And then we got into that series that Saved Me.
Oh, okay.
So we've been watching that, and then basically you watch about 3 or 4 of them, and it's like midnight, and and then everyone wakes up about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and you think, oh, where's the day gone?
Well, as a result, when you get a little bit of a lay-in, my little ones, I woke up this morning with one of them in my bed, and then Rosie, bless her, she's got, I don't know, we could only get a certain kind of baby wipe, and they're pretty sensitive, our kids, and we couldn't get the sensitive ones. So now she's got a rash. Oh, it's just the simplest, stupid stuff seems to cause absolute havoc at the moment.
Anything you forget, you can't just go back and get it because you've got to join the queue.
Well, now they just don't have any of the sensitive ones left. They've only got, I don't know why you'd feel the need to put perfume on baby wipes anyway, but anyway.
No, yeah.
That's why they're the only ones left. So, how long have you guys been kind of locked up?
A couple of weeks. Yeah, I went down to reduced hours at work, and then I think this has been the second week. I couldn't even tell what day it is, to be honest, mate. It's like they all just drift in. Yeah, it just drifts in because every day just feels like a weekend.
Yeah.
But people are like, oh,
feels like Sunday
people
night.
are like, we're doing this at the weekend, we're doing that at the weekend, and you think, we're going to jet wash this, we're going to do that, and you think, well, why wait till the weekend? Because you're just not doing anything. It's like Groundhog Day, isn't it? It's like the film Groundhog Day.
It's funny, like where I interview women versus men at the moment, I'd say that men are very much just like, well, the guys that I've so far interviewed are kind of the Groundhog Day, whereas women seem to be able to still structure the week. I think that's one of the best things that my wife's done for me is structured everything, because I'm now just let loose with all this time, and because I feel like I've got so much time, I'm doing nothing. I'm achieving relatively little compared to until I actually had the structure. And then when she put the structure in place, I've started doing loads more because I think, oh, right, I've got to do that by this day, that. I kind of get that.
I've had a bit of structure. I've had a bit of structure. Just not massively, just another hour here or there, just like, wash the car, cook the house, go outside, pick up the dog mess and then take the dog for a walk for an hour, but luckily we back onto some woods, so we just open the gate and we're out into the woods, and we're taking over there for
that is a godsend. That is a godsend.
Should use it more often, should go for a run over there and that, but just because I'm not a running person.
No, you like your weights, man.
Yeah, and I haven't got any, so at the moment it's difficult. It's a real struggle. You've got to get inventive. You've got to think, what can I do? Press ups, press ups.
Well, we've got loads of so if you watch Ellis at the moment on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings on the ABC page, he's doing resistance work. I've got a few bits, and I haven't, like, everyone's saying, oh, I bet you've got like a full rig set up with cables and like proper people giving me their wet dream fantasy of a home gym, and I'm like, no, I've got like 4 kettlebells and 2 sets of dumbbells and a bench, and that's it. And that bar, which is tiny. I I've barely been using. I've been doing the backpack workouts. They're really good, like mad good.
Put a rucksack on, that sort of thing.
Yeah, so all of the info is on the page, but it's proper been helping me out. And I haven't. I think I've done one or maybe 2 weights workouts here. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, and that's in like 2 weeks. And for me, I've done weights every day for like the past, as long as since I was 14. So the fact that I'm doing more body weight
I
stuff.
haven't trained properly since we got back from New York. To be honest with you,
you guys are real, though, weren't you?
Yeah, I've just sort of wasted away since then. I've just sort of like just not bothered with myself, which is not great. And I keep telling myself, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to proper go all out, you know, put a rucksack on with some heavy waters in it and do press ups with that. You know, I did like 15 press ups the other day, and I just thought, hang on, this actually starting to hurt. Whereas before, you know, I'd bust 20, 30 out and no problem.
And then go on bench,
Yeah, and now I'm just thinking, hang on, I can't even do like 4 sets of 15. I'm just thinking, this just ain't right. It's not how I'd usually feel. And like I just said, like, you know, tomorrow, that's it. I'm going to start. I'm going to write myself workout. I even went on to B&Q, and I looked at buying some pulleys and proper going like Rocky 4 on it, and buying, you know, some ropes and pulleys, sand, like, you know, buckets, you know, that sort of thing. I'm quite lucky. I've got quite a bit of space to do a little bit of a rig, but I just haven't got around to it. The only thing I did do was I went to my brother's yesterday because I was talking to him to find it, because he's into sailing. So I said, have you got like some pulleys and things like that, like pulling the sails in? And he said, yeah, I've got those. And then we got talking. He said, I've actually got a gym at home. And I was like, oh, he said, I don't use it, like some free weights, a bench. I was like, oh, okay. And he went, you can come over and pinch it. So I drove to his yesterday and picked it up, and it's all right. It's not bad.
You've got a little bench set up now. Oh, mate, that's godsend.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, so I haven't set it up yet, but it's got like
you owe him a bottle of wine, mate. You owe him a bottle of wine right now. He's just saved your life.
Yeah, it's all right. I haven't set it up yet, but there's enough to do with it. You know, I can use the dumbbells. The bars, it's like a York one, so the bar's really light, and like, you know, like the one you got there, and you know, I'll probably be benching. I'll have to just slow the reps down and sort of.
There you go. Get inventive. So
Yeah.
how the kids? More importantly, how the kids? How's the kids? What's the feeling in the house like? Do they think it's like one big holiday? What's going on?
She's missing her friends, because she's like my only little girl. So she's like saying to me, "Can you play with me? Can you play with me?" And I'm like thinking, like, where do I start? You know, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't have any play in me anymore. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you feel. Yeah.
34 years of age. You know, like, had all the child sort of pushed out of me. Do you know what I mean? Through just pressures of life and being a man. You know, just you don't know how to act like a kid anymore.
Yeah.
So, you know, and it's just like you sit down and you think, I'll play with you in a minute, and you just don't get around to it. So, you know, you just sort of, you go, I'm going to go and do this, I'm going to go and do that. But, you know, little things like I've said to her, like, oh, you know, come and help me wash the car, come and help me do this, come and help me do that. And she just wants someone to play with, because it's quite a lonely time for her. My wife's just looking at holidays all the time.
Holidays can't go on. Yeah.
Yeah, that she can't go on. Yeah. You know, the favourite pastimes.
It's like the fantasy world, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, you're thinking of the world that did exist, you know, which it ain't at the moment, and just hoping that we can go back to that, you know, just not knowing when.
Yeah.
That's the trouble, you know.
So I think moving forward, I mean, some of the things that some of the guys have said to me, like, it is when it comes to the kids, they're finding it helps if you just literally sit down with them on the floor and then just get them to kind of teach you, you know, and say, like, daddy or mummy doesn't remember how to do this, so you teach me how to do this, because in that situation they are really they're the expert of being a kid. We're not experts, you know. We forgot all that. It's like the film Hook, where he forgets how to be a kid, doesn't he? And we all do. There's a lot to that, and I think that maybe it might be worth just sitting down and getting them to teach you.
Yeah.
Because they're the experts, right?
Yeah. I mean, we looked at buying some Lego and stuff like that, because that's like creativity. No one loses you know, that building things and stuff like that. You can all do that. It's like, you know, I mean, she's got Barbies and stuff like that, but I don't know how to create the scene, you know. So she's like, she creates the scene. It's a barbecue or whatever. I've just got to turn up, like, you know. I haven't actually got to put the voices on. I've just got to be there, which is pretty much like normal life, really. I just turn up.
Yeah. Just waiting the dad dancing everywhere.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you know, I haven't got to do all the funny voices and that. I just turn up, and that's all that matters, you know. But
No, you are right, mate. It's just being there. I think their own imagination, they put you in the place where you need to be. So 9 times out of 10, they'll be like, "Oh, Daddy," my two, Daddy, right, you stand there and hold that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right, that's all you need to do. And they remember this, man. They remember everything that's going on. The creativity as well. I love that. I think everyone kind of becomes their inner kid when they're given a blank piece of paper and a set of colouring pens and pencils, right? And I think that if you just say, right, express yourself on that piece of paper, it doesn't matter how old you are, the same level of expression is going to come out.
That's right. Like colouring in. Colouring in is brilliant, you know, because we can all colour in. So I let her have a go, and then she says, "Oh, can you join in?" So I'll do the hair, and she'll do something else. You know, or like a puzzle, or you get these other little things where you pick up the little gems and you put them in place and squirt water on them, and they all stick together. You know.
Yeah, I know that. Like and iron them. You've got the one see them where you iron them and you make a little flower. Or you've got like a pegboard and you put the things on. Yeah.
It is the same thing, but now rather than ironing that, I think you put water on them now and they stick together. You leave it 24 hours and then start together. Yeah, it's the same thing as the iron one, but they do it with water instead. But yeah, no, it's good. But, you know, it's just waiting for stuff to arrive as well at the moment. Like you order something and it never arrives. It takes like a week and a half for it to arrive.
Got that from quarantine, I think. There's also, you see this stuff here. I've ordered a load of these for the staff so they can do their workouts at home. And a couple of guys don't have anywhere to stick it, so I've ordered stands to hold it up with.
Yeah.
And they're just taking forever to turn up. They're a nightmare. So at the moment, we can't do what we want to do because of that. I think one thing I've realised is that how much we've taken for granted that we can just press a button and then we were used to stuff turning up even in some cases, the same day. And then if it didn't turn up on the same day, the amount of crap we would give the seller, like, "Where's my stuff? How you said it would be here within 24 hours?" I think now we're like, wow, like,
that's it.
No, we can't get food, let alone something from China or one of these silly bloody stands or something. Or weight equipment. Have you tried to buy gym equipment?
Yeah, I bought some resistance bands. My wife bought a set. I bought a set, and then they messaged me because I said, "Where are they?" And they said, "Oh, sorry, we had to try and get it from China." So I said, "Well, let's be honest then, it's not getting here then, is it?" And they were like, "Nah." And then the other people said, "Oh, yeah, no, we haven't got any in stock." So it was like, well, that's the resistance bands out the window. So it's just a nightmare, you know. Even over the shop, if you forget something, you just can't pop over there and go and get it again.
Do you want me to rock your world quickly?
Go on.
You got any handles? Or can you make handles? There's a tutorial on how to make handles. You just literally need a piece of rope and then something rigid in the middle, like a piece of pipe, like drainage pipe, and it makes a handle. Go and get some bungee cords, mate.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
The same thing.
What? Tool Station and all those places are still open. So that, you know, you can get. I think I looked
bungee cords. You can use bungee cords for exactly the same thing, man. They're just made out of rubber and elastic.
Well, now I've got me weights. I'm quite lucky that I'm going to show you. Can I turn this camera around? Hang on.
Take us for a walk. You'll be the first person to have taken us for a walk. So
I'm walking far.
I can see you're looking to. You look like you're looking to decorate as well. Hey, look at that.
Yes, mate. So there's my that's my wife's salon, and that's now going to become the gym.
Oh, mate, that is a new world right there.
And there's the
lovely garden as well, mate. Let's face it, you're going to be in lockdown over the summer as well. We're all going to be like, I reckon June this is going to finish. The weather's been okay. If we can get a decent May and June, hey! Where's Bella? I'll see if I can get my one in. Hold on. Bella! Where's Bella? Yeah, come on.
That's my little girl's name, Bella.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I think Madeline named the dog Bella because I think it was one of her mates' names and she loved her name. Bella, come on. Come on. Come on. And look at this for a dog. Come on. Come on. She thinks I want something from her. She's hiding.
You sure you got one?
I'm going to go and grab her. 2 seconds.
You did have one.
Get this out.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Look at the state of this thing. You're not a dog. You're a cat.
Yeah. They always got dirty mush, haven't they, them ones?
Oh, dirty everything.
Yeah, dirty paws and dirty mush.
You want to say hello as well? Yeah. You've got Rosie come say hello as well. There you go. Right, go on then, go see Mum.
So yeah, the plan was I was looking to get some pulleys and some rope and just sort of get some hooks. I think it was coming to about 50 quid, 60 quid to buy the pulleys and the hooks and the nylon rope. I can get some handles. I can tie my weights on the end, and I can get a little bit of a chest, some cables.
So, look, handles-wise, you will be able to probably still buy those on eBay quite easily.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's going to be buying them. You can get the fabric handles, which you attach to your, things like resistance bands. But you'll be able to still use bungee cords for that.
Bungee cords, yeah.
I'm going to give that a go. I'm actually going to use bungee cords.
You got to get creative.
Well, like I say, really, I can still go to the gym if I want to, but we're not because we're locking in. But
yeah, it's a challenge,
the stuff that we're doing, honestly, with the stuff that I'm doing, I'm staying in shape. I'm drinking a bloody bottle of wine a night, and I'm not properly tracking. I should be, but I'm still having life, man.
Well, the thing is I'm in two minds because before this happened, I was sort of trying to put a bit of size on, up my calories, and then just sort of went away. We went to New York, knocked out of sync, and then never really got back into the gym. Rachel was unwell, and I didn't really get back into the gym that week, and then everyone started getting unwell from then onwards. The whole virus had hit. And it was just like, wow, this gym, the gyms are going to shut soon. I knew the gym was going to shut, and I thought I will get back there, but I thought, what's the point in getting back there when I know it's going to shut soon? And it did happen. Yeah. And then now it's just not tracking calories because we're sort of, not rationing food, but we're looking at food and thinking, we don't want to go to the supermarket every day. Do you know what I mean? So we're not, and where the money's a bit tight, we don't want to start spending loads and loads of money on food. And it's hard I don't want to put loads of weight on if I haven't got a lot of weight to lift. I can't power lift. I can't sort of put on that size because I've got just, so I thought, well, maybe I'll look at cutting because of that way, I'm lowering my calories. I'm eating less food. I can go down and do ab work, light weights and stuff like that. Yeah. So I could cut and get nice and cut. So
there's plenty of options there. As well as you've got super setting time under tension. You've got, if you did want to use a phase of if it was kind of looking at bodybuilding, there's still stuff you can do with not the most amount of weight because you can go higher rep. So use it as that higher rep kind of phase and maintaining that that time under tension, which is probably going to get you a better result long term. Because no one ever does it. No one ever does it.
I mean, that's for my barbell and that. I haven't got enough weights to stack on the bar, but I can always, like you say, get some bungee cords, get some stuff that I can put on the end of the bar to add the weight on a little bit, I could probably buy a little bar as well. I could probably buy a little 20k bar rather than the bar that I've got, which is well, you can pick it up with your finger. It's light as anything.
You can make them. I know that you can make them. If you've got any if you've got any pipe, I know that you can fill that with concrete and you just load it up with stuff. So if you've got any, you can make them up to about 10 kilos, I think. If you've got any ready-made cement and you've got some ballast anywhere or sand, you can actually just fill them up with sand and then just cap them either end with just regular capping.
It's difficult, isn't it? You miss. Motivation just ain't there. You keep thinking, I'll start tomorrow. My Rocky Balboa moment will be tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's when the music starts, the lights come on, you know, and it's time to
What
get
have you
this
used
thing
in the
going.
past for motivation? What have you used for motivation in the past?
I just look in the mirror sometimes, and you use sort of past sort of, like when I was everyone goes to the gym for a reason, don't they? Like even they're not happy with themselves, or if someone said something to them that's upset them, and they thought, "Nah, I ain't having that. You know, this is what I'm going to do." You know, and I used to get a lot of people tell me that I was skinny, I was, this or that. Your typical sort of lanky, 6'2", skinny bloke. And I never used to hate the word skinny. I used to think, no, I'm like medium build. I'm like normal build, athletic, if you like. And people are like, no, you're skinny. So I used to hate that. And I used that as my motivation to sort of get to the size I wanted to get to. And then I've had people going like, no, you look good. Like, you look good. And when you hear that, you start feeling, I've done something. I've made a change. But, when you're trapped in your house and no one's actually looking at how you look like now, no one's actually turning around going, "Come on, mate, you haven't been at a gym for a while, have you?" or whatever. You don't hear that. My wife certainly ain't going to say it to me. So I need to sort of just look in the mirror and go, do not let all that hard work go.
Have you got like a picture of where you were on holiday or something, where you're in a position where you think, "Oh, that I want to get back to that"? Is there something that you can use a visual prompt?
Yeah, I had over the years sort of took gym pictures, tracked my progress and that. So there is like a couple of pictures like different phases I've been in. I've been like sort of phases where I've tried to put size on. I found getting lean was easier because that's what I do naturally. Mm-hmm. My body's naturally, I don't put on weight that easily. So getting sort of quite cut was not that hard sort of thing. Just regularly doing sit-ups, regularly doing, planks and ab workouts. Little and often I was finding that if I did it like 5 minutes at the end of a workout, so what I do is if I had 30 seconds break or a minute's break between like sets, that's when I'll do a little ab set. And I was doing that regularly. So I found getting cut was like quite easy. So that's why I thought maybe try and get back to that rather than bulking. So I have got different pictures I can look at, and I can look at that and go, do you know what? I'm going to get back to that. So, I've got months now, or 2 or 3 months off. I can get back to that.
You've literally only got yourself and your family to focus on that. So
yeah,
the time thing is gone. Like, no one can use that anymore. The main thing is where we get all this time to focus on ourselves, it goes the other way, because you always, I can do it later. I can do it later. Then later never comes. I can do it later. I can do it later. So it's a hard one. It's a proper hard one.
You don't have no timeline anymore.
No.
There's no holiday to get ripped for. There's nothing there. There's no one's going to see you out and about in the street. That's why you like growing your hair and your beard, and you think, what's the point?
I wouldn't want to cut it either. So I'm just thinking. The main thing is, I'm on this thing talking to people. So there's got to be like a progression of me as I go through my timeline of becoming more, end up looking like a BG by the end of it. Hairy face and hairy hair. Well, I haven't got the teeth for it though.
A big beer belly.
Yeah, a big beer belly and all that. I mean, what about what are you doing? Are you doing much homeschooling or anything like that at the moment? Is that something that's on hold?
Well, she's not in school yet. She's 4. But obviously they do start learning in nursery. She's missing all her mates and stuff. So we obviously try and play with her, but we do often like sort of do different things where she's got to learn to count. She's got a few little educational books and things.
Yeah.
So I've tried to sort of do that with her. And we genuinely just try and teach her how to do things anyway, like, spelling, things that we might come across if we're writing something. We might get her to try and write it with us. And I do a bit of reading every now and again with her. And when I read, I will point the words out.
Yeah.
So the more it's repetitive, though, isn't it? When you do something over and over again, that's when it goes in.
Yeah.
So
use it and use it and use it and use it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we are a bit guilty. We should read to her a bit more, because that way she will recognise the words eventually.
Yeah, we're finding that helps a lot. I mean, like Madeline is the year above, so she's 4, so she's nearly 5. And we've got another couple of kids staying with us, and they actually go this weekend. That are Madeline's cousins. They're a bit older, So they're 12 and they are they're 12 and 7, 12 and 7 or 12 and 8, roughly about that age anyway. And when Madeline's only there's only 5 coming on 6, sorry, and Rosie's 2. I've got my 2, and we're homeschooling kind of everyone at the moment.
Yeah.
Rosie and Madeline are like skyrocketing because they're kind of in a room with older kids, which is great for them, but I'm not sure how great it is for the older 2. I think that that they're learning new stuff as well, which is great, but unfortunately, we're not sure where they're at with schooling because they're our nieces and nephews that don't live with us. It's hard to work out where the balance is going to be there, and the younger ones seem to be getting a lot more from it at the moment. But everyone's.
Well, I think before school they learn more about life and things than they like. I think she's starting to discover little things that she thinks to herself, when did she learn that? When did she pick that up? Or when did she hear that? And you think, gosh, she's actually quite clever. Like, they learn words at the moment. Like, I tried to do alphabet and things like that with her, and 1, 2, 3s and that. But at her age now, she's kind of like learning words rather than how to spell those words. So she's starting improving on her vocabulary and stuff, So, there's little things. We haven't got to sort of go down the whole, I'm a teacher and act like a teacher. We can just teach little things that we know, that we use in everyday life, teach her why things are like they are. And, especially at the moment, trying to just get her to understand why we can't go out the house every 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Why we can't just nip over Morrison's, why we can't just do this or do that. So it's a different kind of education. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kids are like sponges as well, aren't they? You put something on TV and they pick stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think I like the comment about the reading more. I like that. The main thing is potentially reading in a sense that we understand could be redundant. Could be a redundant art, if you like, moving forward with the way that technology is, which is sad. The sales of physical books have never been lower. Libraries are shutting left, right, and centre. There's no real actual need for physical books anymore. And I think that's now going to translate as the way that we communicate as humans. We don't use the written word as much as we do when it comes to this kind of thing, spoken or like podcasts and stuff for relaying a message. I think technology is probably something that I might focus on working with my kids with, because it's evident that it's going to be taken over. I mean, at the moment, we've got this fantastic situation where I'm learning to communicate better with my younger kids because they're teaching me how to communicate. They teach, this is how I speak to my friends. This is how I search for something online. This is what I'm interested in. And I truly believe, like, if I went back in time with all this stuff and put that on mainstream TV, it would be, why the hell is everyone watching people open up Kinder eggs?
Yeah. Unwrapping stuff.
So I'm just trying to work out what's going on in there. All the kids are playing a game in there. There's loads of raucous going on.
It looks like you're in the gym. It does look like you're like sort of in a little room in the gym. I like it. I like the setup.
Well, do you want to see the real sad, miserable truth of this? I don't think. Let me show you. Let me show you the real what's going on here. I'm going to put myself back in a minute, but look, as we turn round, I'm actually in the conservatory, which is the kids' playroom, dressing up stuff, and then I come back round to here, and I'm back in the gym. I'm back in the gym.
That's it. You go around that way a little bit.
That will be. I am. I'm getting. I've got a some similar setup to you in the garden, where I've got an office that I'll be using as of later on in this month. So this will be changing up a bit.
Nice.
So I will be having my space back, but more importantly because I now need to properly. It's been fun being off business, but now I need to start working or
get down business.
We're in trouble. I actually do need to start plugging some work, as it were. So there are things in the pipeline that I've got going, and
it's difficult, isn't it?
Let's just see. Back to you though. Anyway, so I mean, what would you say? I mean, we're going to start wrapping up now. I've lost you. You back? There you go. If I was going to get a take home from this, if there was something that you're allowing yourself, or if there's something that you're learning right now, I'll give you a second to think about that, because it's quite a big question. But what would you say at the moment you're learning with what's going on?
I'm learning what's important, to be honest. What matters most. Definitely, when you turn on the news and you look at it and you think, none of this stuff really matters. Stuff you go out and you buy and you do, nothing has any value anymore. So, you know, it's about like your loved ones, isn't it? You got to make sure that they're okay first.
Yeah.
And then your own general sort of well-being. You know, you can't go out and buy. You can go out and buy the perfect body, or how you can't go out and buy how you feel inside. Do you know what I mean? You can't,
yeah.
And little things that used to matter don't matter anymore. You know, I just look at people dying and not well, and you just think, at least we're healthy and we're well. You know.
Yeah.
And the time's important spent with your loved ones. You know, my wife would work a lot. She works every weekend, every evening. And I think, you know, although we sort of drive each other nuts at times, we are enjoying the time together. You know, you just don't work too hard.
Yeah.
Spend a bit more time with your loved ones. That'd be my message out of it, really, my lesson learned. Yeah, definitely. Spend some time with your loved ones and some time on yourself. Do you know what I mean? We all need that little time away where we go for a little walk with the dog or whatever, just to switch off the TV, to switch off like the media and stuff. And, you know, social media, times that we spend on social media, I mean, I'm getting sick of going on social media because, you know, it's cool for getting in touch with people, getting invite places, but that's about it, really. Don't sit on it and don't listen to all the stuff where people are saying, like, you know, or another person's died in South Africa, another person's died here, this bad news, that bad news happened, because you end up thinking that's your world, and it's not. That's not the world you live in, you know. The world you live in is the one you see with your eyes, you know, like you see your family, you know. I showed you that I can go for a lovely walk over the park or the woods, you know, and then if you turn on social media, you'll hear something bad has happened over the woods, then you won't go over there.
Yeah.
But that's, you know, and you just think, no, I ain't doing that, you know. Just look at the world around you, because likes of you and I, there's lots more people like you and I than there is of the dangerous people in the world or the horrible people in the world. You know, it's mostly filled up with people just trying to get by.
So, gotcha. That you know, people only ever share the news of like the 0.01% of bad shit that's going on, and unfortunately, that's the stuff that we all end up latching onto. But I really, you know what?
Look at the damage it's done. You know, where people stopped going to the gym before they'd even shut them, because the media was saying that's where it's being spread. You know, it's being spread here, it's being spread there. Stay away.
Yeah.
It's damaging. You know, it damages people's views on stuff. That it changes people's views, and it's not right. You know, you should go through experiences from what you see. You know, not what other people see.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's taught me that, definitely. Look after your loved ones, look after yourself, and that's all that matters.
I love that, man. Well, to be fair, as a closing statement, I couldn't have put it any better myself. Look after number one. You know, live in the world that you see with your own eyes and make your own judgments.
Yeah.
And value the time that we've got with our loved ones, mate. James, mate, I'm going to carry on talking to you.
Don't spend all day in bed like me.
No, mate, we're allowed to. That's one thing I've been telling everybody, is give yourself some slack right now. But for the case of this video, I'm going to quickly press the stop recording. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to carry on chatting to you afterwards anyway, James, mate. But thank you very much for watching. I've definitely had a few take-homes from this, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've liked this interview, please do comment below, as well as if you do want to have a chat with me personally. If you think that you've got some stuff to add as well, please get in touch and we'll do our own little thing. So thanks for watching. See you soon.